everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be here and to be starting this journey. It's something I've really wanted to do for a long time, so I'm happy to be here. I hope that I can help everyone with their questions, their comments, concerns, any advice that they need. I'm hoping that I can help provide a little bit of guidance, provide a little bit of just what I know. I'm by no means an expert, and I don't claim to be an expert of any sort. I've been through a lot, and I just want to share my advice and my kind of just what I find works best. Because people ask me all the time, my friends are like, how do you get over relationships? How do you get over friendships that have failed? That kind of thing. And I don't really know. I just kind of learned along the way. So I'm hoping that this series of videos will help you kind of get over whatever you need to get over, or to better understand it yourself, or better understand other things that are going on. Maybe better understand your ex or your soon-to-be ex, or what your person that you're trying to get with but is not committing. Just be in a better place, feel better about it. I know relationships can be so hard, so hopefully this just makes things a little bit easier. And I'm gonna make this series a 3-part series. Just I'm gonna go through 3 different books that I have that have really helped me, and hopefully can help you as well. And we're gonna go through them. We're gonna chat a little bit about it. If I get any questions in the comments below, then I will definitely try to incorporate the answers into my videos and that kind of thing. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep answering your relationship questions, that kind of thing. And any other questions or themes that come up in these videos are cool too. So the first book that I think is really important for everyone to read, I think even regardless of if you're in a relationship now, it's an important book to read. And I know you're gonna think that it's a self-help book. All my books are self-help books. I spend a lot of time in that section in chapters, and I just love learning more about relationships, about people, about myself. I love learning more about that kind of thing. So that's just the type of book that I read, and I really find that this book in particular really helped me through a really hard time, and helped me learn a lot about relationships, and it has made it a lot easier for me to move on from relationships, for me to feel better about myself when relationships end, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm hoping that it does for you as well. It's also a really fun read, which just sounds funny for a self-help book, because I think people have this kind of an idea that self-help books are really harsh or to the point, or it's all about schoolwork, learning. And you do learn a lot, but I really find that the way that this author writes is just such a fun way that it makes it seem like it's not work, but you end up learning a lot anyway. So this book is called A Breakup Because It's Broken. It's by the same author that wrote He's Just Not That Into You. Funny story how I found this book is that I was actually wandering through Value Village just after I had been dumped. And I was just wandering, just looking through, seeing if I could find a book or a puzzle or something to do, because I was sad. And I came across this book, and what really drew me to it was that it's an ice cream container on the front, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's also very colorful on the spine here, and that really drew me to it. I was like, what? This is way before I got into self-help books too, so I was like, oh, this is interesting. Is it a story? What is it? So I kind of flipped through. It was $1.99, so I decided to bring it home. And I read it, and it completely changed my perspective. It changed just the way I think about things. It changed the way I deal with breakups. It changed the way I treat myself during breakups. And it changed my perspective really on what to expect in relationships, and what I should expect of myself, what I should expect of my partner, all those kind of things. So I really found it really useful. And the best part about it, I think, is that Greg does a really good job of explaining his point, and he knows exactly what you're thinking, because his wife Amira, I hope I'm saying that right, his wife then responds and is like, hey ladies, I know why this is difficult for you. It's because you're thinking this, this, and this. And you're like, oh, yeah, I am thinking that exactly. So in this book, the first chapter it's called The Breakup Because It's Broken. There's also a little bit of an intro by Greg and his wife Amira. And they just go through each chapter, and the thing I love about Greg is that he's so to the point, and it almost comes off as like arrogant or rude, but then the more you read, I find the more you learn to love him and understand, and especially in this book, he really shares his experiences with his ex-wife, I think ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, and how it really tore him up, and how he learned so much from that relationship and the way he dealt with it, and that's how he got to this point. And I think that's so important, because I know like we've all been through some sort of relationship where we're really embarrassed about the way we reacted to it. Maybe you're going through that now, and it's totally fine. It's totally normal to have a bad reaction to a breakup, because there's so many emotions during that time. I just think we've all been through a breakup that we are really embarrassed to admit how we dealt with it, or how many times we called them, or how many times we texted them, or how many times we stalked their social media pages. And Greg in It's Called A Breakup Because It's Broken, he really dives into how poorly he dealt with one of his breakups, and how it affected him, how it affected the people he cared about, and what he learned from it. And I think that's why this book is so important, is because it's not just telling you to do things and hope that they work. It's saying, like Greg says, this works, and I know because I've been through it, and I know because I've been exactly where you are right now. And I was down in the dumps. He's like, I was down in the dumps. I gained a lot of weight. I did nothing. All I did was talk about her. All I did was think about her. All I did was call her and message her and all those things. And so he really relates with the reader, I found, because I've even gone through a breakup where I was really embarrassed about the way I acted. And it's all part of the learning experience, though, so don't be too hard on yourself. It's all a part of your learning, your growing. If you never had this experience, you might not be at this channel right now. You may not be listening to this video right now. So everything happens for a reason. Don't be hard on yourself about anything that you've said or done. It's okay. You're learning. You're going to be learning forever. So don't be hard on yourself throughout this whole process. Join me for my next video. We're going to discuss more about the next book, and hopefully you can pick up It's Called A Breakup Because It's Broken. And you can get it on Amazon, you can get it Chapters, probably even get it from your library. Pick up the book, start reading it. It's going to be really important. And join me again, and I'll hopefully have some questions and stuff that I can answer just by your feedback from this video, and on my Twitter as well, which I'll link below here. And you know, just do what makes you happy, and don't let the breakup, or like even a falling out in a friendship, don't let that affect you as much as your brain or heart is telling it to. Try to just do what makes you happy, do things for you, treat yourself, love yourself, because that's super important. And yeah, join me in a couple days, and I'll post a new video, and hopefully we'll keep working through this together. Thanks for joining me. I'm, again, so excited about this channel. I'm so excited about this journey that I'm embarking on of making videos. Again, it's something I've really wanted to do for a long time, and it's part of my bucket list, so I'm putting it out there. And I really hope that you guys will join me on my channel, and as I talk about relationships, friendships, I can talk a bit more about myself if you'd like, we're gonna kind of work on this channel together and see what happens. Yeah, so thanks. Bye.